Hi and welcome again to GoodKnit Kisses. I'm Kristen and today we are casting off of the triple rib stitch. The triple rib stitch looks like this. And we're going to take this off of the loom. Now you're going to do it just like you do with the regular box stitch or double rib stitch, and you just follow the pattern along how it goes. In a single rib you would actually go one across from another and keep following it, but you can't do that in this one. So you're just going to follow the line. It's easy to remember. So we're going to, for these purposes, instead of laying this over the line, we're going to start at the opposite side and we just look at where we've ended. So this has a clear and definite ending at this point. So now we're just going to take our crochet hook. I'm using an eye. You could use one that's a little bigger if you like. I'm just going to push back this spot here to pull it off, and then we're going to come to this other side, turn our crochet hook and pull this one off. So grab the stitches, pull them off, and put the back over the front one and pull it down, and then you're just going to move to the next one. Making sure to grab two strands, the first two strands that you have if you're working with two yarns, or three, however many you're working with. Just make sure and get those on there so you've got a nice consistent chain. Sometimes it's on there kind of tight, and if that happens, you could take your loom knitting pick and you could grab it off of there and sort of help yourself. Just rotate that back around, and we're going to go to the other side. Remember, you've got three together, so don't go to the other side until you get the three adjacent to each other, next to each other. And just kind of pull it a little bit so it's not so tight. Rotating your hook around. Oh, I've got this one really tight here, and I'm afraid I'm about to lose it. So what I'm going to do is grab my knitting tool and pull that, because my fingers are too big. And then I just assist myself and put it on there. And then you can use this to pull it off, but I just use my fingers because it's easier. Go on the other side. Another thing that you can do is push back the last yarn that was pushed over and insert your hook down and pull it off. So that's another way to do it. Whichever way you prefer is the way you should do it. I just say, if it's easier that way for you, you don't really have to follow someone else's technique. It's just as long as you're going in the right direction. Okay. Turn my needle back around. We're on this last run of 3, and again, on this particular stitch, this particular pattern, we've got, hang on a minute, this is coming unraveled. One of these popped off, so just kind of set this back down and hold down, and this last part that was knitted over had actually popped off, and so I'm going to do a little bit of surgery here because I'm about to lose my stitch. Okay, so I almost lost that. Okay, so we're coming to this last one. Just going to pull this last peg, pull that over, and then lift your work out of your loom with this huge panel that I made. Haha, this is just a sample for knitting here for tutorial purposes. So we pull this off the loom. We've got this last little loop left. We're just going to take it, wrap it around, pull it through. We're going to cut it, cut about, I don't know, about 4 inches off or so. I'll cut a little bit more than that. But so you've got this last piece here, and what you want to do is wrap this in the back, stick your crochet hook through. You want to grab those two and pull them. Flip it around back, put your hook through. I'm kind of putting it behind this stitch here on this top row, and just this is called weaving if you haven't done it before. So you just want to weave it back through to hide this and make sure it doesn't come unraveled. Caught another stitch, so I'm just going to pull this back out and do it again. Caught. And then we can just cut that. Pull that on through, and we have finished that side. Thanks for tuning in to GoodKnit Kisses. Again, I'm Kristen. Happy looming!